Hello, friends. Welcome to Learn English with Karen. Our today's topic is very important. It is nothing but self introduction. Wherever you go, introducing yourself is must, and it becomes the first impression. We have always heard first impression is the last impression. So then, why delay? We need to emphasize on our introduction. Make it such a pitch that people tend to fall in love with what you're saying. And for this, I'm here to guide you on what are the things that you can add to make your introduction in a more appealing way. So let's try to understand when we are trying to talk about introduction, what is it that's important? So definitely you should start with your name. But whenever you're starting your name, understand, never say myself. It's grammatically incorrect. So you need to say I am Carol Sharon Goddard, or you could say my name is. So this way you are saying something grammatically correct. The next thing that you could talk about is your place of, hometown or native place. So when you're talking about it, you should say, I am from Kolhapur. Or you could even use a good, vocabulary word. Lot of people who go for IELTS exam tend to use word like hail. I hail from this place. You could also say, I'm, born and brought up in this place. Always remember, it's not about, good words. It's about how well you're using it. So it's completely fine if you're using I am from, but say it in a comfortable way and fluent. So that way you'll have more emphasis to what you're saying. So you should actually be in your own skin. If you're doing that, very well and good. You could also add your education or your qualification. Now, whenever we are saying it, mostly we are saying that in present perfect tense. The reason why we are saying it is because it's an important phase of our life. So, you could say, I have completed or I have graduated from this particular university. A beautiful way to convey what you have done. Now, there are a lot of people who are confused. Should I start, my journey with my education, or should I start with the last? I preferably say that it is important for you to understand that we always move ahead, right? So, our last experience should be something that comes first. So, if you are currently working somewhere, say, currently I am working with this company, or I work as, mention your designation, maybe a research associate, a manager, a VP, whatever your designation is, and the name of the company. You can also add in how many years of experience you have. You see a lot of people adding in their CVs, or when it comes to speaking, they say more than 8 years of experience. I preferably say I have 8 years of experience. Okay, if you want to be more specific, you could say, yeah, I have worked for 8 years, 3 months. So this way you are being specific about your journey or whatever work experience that you have. Next thing that's important is your skill sets. Now, when you're talking about it, a lot of people wonder what are the things that should be added when they are trying to talk about skills. Do understand what job you are applying for, and then according to that, try to reframe it. I've seen people who tend to apply for the post of associate professor, and instead of talking about their teaching experience, they talk about other stuff, lot of other stuffs. So if you really want to be teacher, you should talk about your passion for teaching. Are you enthusiastic about it? What are the things that you enjoy in teaching? What are the different equipments or tools that you use? So this way you are going to add, content that is relevant to your profession. So you need to understand this. Now, there are a lot of people who tend to add a lot of extracurricular activities. So why are this added? Extracurricular activities show that you are a dedicated and disciplined person. So, whatever extracurricular activities that you add should talk about you as a person. It will frame your personality. So, ensure that whatever extracurricular activities that you emphasize on should align with your job role. The next thing that's important are your hobbies. Again, now when I say hobbies, I see a lot of people, writing a different kind of hobbies. Ensure that whatever you have written, you have some knowledge about it. I'm not saying hobbies means you need to be expert in that particular field, but you should have some knowledge. I had recently taken an interview wherein I interviewed a student who probably told me that he is good reader. Surprisingly, even I do love reading, and I tend to ask him a few questions. I did just talk about some of the Indian authors, but he was not able to talk about it. Now I'm fine, maybe he's not reading Indian literature, but then he should at least be able to talk about some of the authors, okay, or some books that he has read, which shows me that he is an actual reader. But if he fumbles at this point, I understood that he just wanted to create an impression. So you also need to understand this, that whatever you're telling is your identity. So never try to mess it up. If you want to avoid something, better avoid it. Then rather be fumbling or be not able to speak. Okay, what should I say in this? Okay, write one or two hobby that actually relates to you, wherein you spend some time and you could love to talk about it, because whatever is introduction that you talk about is something that will be carried on forward. People will ask some things about it. Even when it comes to students, I do say add your strengths and weaknesses. It's just a way to understand whether you can actually talk about your strengths and weaknesses. There are some people who can talk about their strengths a lot, but there are some people who feel that they don't have strengths. Each one of us do have some good things in us, and we should be able to talk about it. So it could be, now don't say my strengths are, you could say I am good communicator, or I'm a good public speaker. I can handle things in a better way. So you are trying to talk about what are the things that you are good at. And when it comes to weaknesses, I will not say that in a negative way. Instead, talk about it that you know that yes, this is my weakness and I'm working on it. So, for example, I might not be good at selling something. Okay, I don't have a marketing skill. So I'll not say I'm not good at marketing. I've already used this word not, which creates a negative impression. So instead, I would say I'm working on my marketing skills. How good, right? So the person who listens to it will understand that yes, okay, she knows her weakness and she's trying to improvise that. And it creates a profound impression. So make sure you add such points in your introduction. Coming to the next thing that's important is always try to experiment on your introduction, because this is a casual way of each and everyone. But the more you experiment, the better you'll become. And always understand that your introduction should be about 2 to 3 minutes. Don't try to make it an exhaustive essay where people find it boring to listen to you. Make it short, sweet, concise, and to the point, which will make it a better introduction. And always remember, when you're pitching your introduction, it is nothing but you're selling yourself. So it should be seen like a product. So what are you good at should be emphasized more on. So work on yourselves and make a better self introduction. Do share your introductions with me and stay tuned to this channel for more such videos. Thank you.